Welcome back. Uh, Why? Again, retake. Okay, that sucks. Retake. I'm back, and first of all, I want to apologize for not uploading for a long time. I will try my best to upload as frequently as possible. I will try to record. I will try to upload as fast as possible, as frequently as possible. Anyways, today we'll be reacting on Jack D Films shorts. He's the most viral guy who makes animation shorts, and I know some of you have seen it, so let's watch together.
They shot the dog walker in the chest so they could steal the dogs and demand a ransom. You see, these dogs actually belonged to Lady Gaga. But instead of paying, she offered $500,000 to anyone who returned them. A few days later, a woman turned them in, claiming she found them tied to a pole. But police got suspicious and discovered she was actually one of the dog nappers. The woman pleaded guilty, but then sued Lady Gaga for not paying the reward. They shot the dog walker in
Karma is a X.
When early humans
And for those who are watching this video while eating, I am so sorry.
pooped, they didn't have to wipe. And this was because they squatted instead of sitting, which helped everything come out quickly. And they also ate a lot of raw plants, which were full of fiber. This made their poop firm and dry, so nothing really stuck. But as we started eating softer, processed foods, our poop became stickier. Now, instead of coming out clean, it smears as it's pushed out, which means wiping is necessary.
It's so hard to watch. It's so hard. Yes, it is informational. Yes, it is educational, but man, it's so hard to watch.
The couple woke from their sleep as fires tore through the neighborhood. They tried to escape by car, but the flames had already surrounded them. With no way out, they jumped into a neighbor's pool. For the next 6 hours, they stayed underwater, only coming up for air. Tragically, they were forced to watch as their home was completely destroyed.
But they survived, right?
But finally, the fire died down, and they climbed out, exhausted but alive.
Yeah, they survived, so that's good. Like the house will get those doesn't matter. The health matters. They survive. So. For those who have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It's the red button down there. It will help me a lot. Back to the video. I'm surprised the water didn't warm up or turn hot.
The day after you die, most of your blood settles in the parts of your body closest to the ground, causing purple and red patches to appear on the skin. Then, bacteria and enzymes break down the organs, releasing gas that causes bloating. After a few weeks, all of the organs and soft tissue, including your eyes, liquefy, and your skin starts to fall off. And over the course of several years, your remaining tissue continues to decay, and eventually all that's left is a skeleton. The day after you...
That's still okay. It's not really disturbing yet.
They saw strange footprints in the snow leading to their house, but they didn't see any leaving, meaning the person was still inside. Their keys went missing, and they heard footsteps in the attic at night. Then, one by one, they were lured to the barn and killed with a pickaxe. The murderer went inside and killed the rest of the family, but the investigators found something shocking. After the murders, the killer stayed at the house for days, feeding the livestock and even cooking meals. Despite several investigations, no one was ever caught, and this case still remains unsolved.
The question is it real?
He was born with 3 legs, 4 feet, and 2 sets of genitals. And because it was too risky to remove them, they stayed attached. As he grew up, he became a performer, rising quickly to fame because of his extra limbs. But these limbs actually belonged to the man's unborn twin. You see, when they were in his mother's womb, they failed to separate, and one fetus became attached to the other, leaving him with extra body parts.
So it was supposed to be a twin bird. Well, I have seen a video, a real life video, where there's a girl with 2 heads. Okay, moving on.
If a snake were swallowing you, it would pull your feet and legs into
there's a
its
big snake.
mouth, while muscle contractions worked to slowly pull you in further. As more of you enters the snake, you start to feel a squeezing pressure as the snake's muscles constrict around you. And you would remain alive during this. But most snakes can't actually fit human shoulders into their mouths. If they could, though, the muscles in the snake would squeeze you so tight that you would suffocate. If a snake were his arm got stuck in the metal slot as he tried to steal a soda. Someone called for help and firefighters tried to free him. But even though they hacked at the machine with axes, the boy's arm remained stuck. Finally, they protected him with a blanket before using a powerful saw to cut through the thick metal. And after an hour, he was set free, leaving his arm numb and the machine in ruins.
One machine got wasted.
If a cannonball was shot at you while you were wearing a bulletproof vest, it would tear right through your body instantly. Even with 20 vests stacked together, it would hit you with almost the same impact, plowing right through. At 100 vests, some energy would be absorbed, but the force of impact would still break your bones and crush your organs. Now, if you were to stack 5,000 vests, creating a wall dozens of feet thick, you would finally stop the cannonball. But the force would still travel through the vests, and since they're attached to you, you'd still be thrown to the ground.
Well, it's educational, but not practical.
He had nails driven through their hats and into their skulls. And he did this after they refused to take them off in his home.
That's still
he also liked to impale his enemies, leaving thousands of rotting corpses as a warning. Now, his name was Vlad, and his father was called Drackle, which meant devil. That made Vlad Dracula, meaning son of the devil. And that name would go on to inspire Count Dracula.
Dracula.
When you eat corn, it looks like
again. Found it. Another weird one again. So what? 2. Okay.
When you eat corn, it looks like corn comes out whole in your poop. So what would happen if you ate nothing but corn? Would your poop be a pure chunk of corn? Well, the inside of the corn is actually still digested. It's only the shell of the corn that comes out whole because your body can't break it down. So the insides would still turn into regular poop, meaning it would come out as a brown and yellow mess. When you
Okay.
They struck him with a car, killing him before speeding away. But this was no accident. You see, 2 years earlier, they had found him living on the streets. They took him in and helped him. But what he didn't know was that they'd taken out a life insurance policy in his name. After they staged the hit and run, they collected millions. And they did this 2 more times before finally getting caught and sentenced to life in prison.
That's what happens when you're greedy. Not that I support that action. I don't support any of this, but greediness. Don't be greedy.
If you collected all the grease.
Another one. Oh, dude. The starting is like, if you collected all the grease from your hair. Ugh. Okay, let's watch again.
If you collected all the grease from your hair, you'd have around 1 gram of oil per day. And after about 2 years, you'd have enough to fry a single corn dog. Now, deep frying a whole turkey would take about 27 years of collected hair grease. And if you kept gathering it for over 500 years, you'd have about 60 gallons, which is enough oil to deep fry an entire pig.
First of all, who's going to use hair oil, or sorry, like grease from our freaking body to cook something, right? Oh, yes, it is educational, but is it usable, practical? No.
As they guided the camera,
guided the camera through the
in, they found a dead fly inside his intestines, and somehow it was completely undigested with no signs of damage. Now, if he had swallowed it, his stomach acid would have immediately broken it down, and it seems impossible that it would have went up his butt. To this day, experts still have no idea how the fly ended up inside him.
Yeah, suspicious indeed. Suspicious. Anyways, that's all for the video, and thank you all for watching. CALDEK out.